These lights are pretty damn good, better than the bloody previous model. There's low beam, there's high beam. I'll still get some spotties, but for this nighttime driving. And can't really see the screen. There's your Android Auto. Can't even see the bloody poxy thing. Couple of big fellas going at it. Oh, well, don't stop now. Look at the power in them, eh? Strong things. Imagine getting in between that. No thanks. Challenging each other, eh? Look at the muscles in their ass end, would ya? It looks like we've got a bit of a leak here. Just pulled up at this bore, and there's a pipeline that runs under here from the bore to the tank over here. So we'll have to see what's going on. Right, I've started digging in, not far, but clearly you can see that's where the water's coming out. So something's going on with the pipeline, got a hole in it, or... So look at that, the actual pipe's got a little hole in it, a little split by the looks of it. So I'll do a bit more digging, I'll have to cut it and then put a joiner in there. Right, so I've actually got a couple of joins in here. There's another one. So I'm going to undo that, take this bit of pipe out. Here's another bit of pipe. And just replace this bit with this fresh bit of pipe, and then just have one join instead of three. Well, that's the nasty bit of shit that came out. There we go. Fresh bit in. Let's go turn the bore back on and see if it pisses out water everywhere. I just turned the solar switch back on over there. Come to the bore head, I can hear water, so we'll go back over here and see what the go is. Oh, no leaks so far. So we'll obviously fill this back in, and that'll be that. Job well done. Check that out, got the new Toyos put on. Back to the good old trusty Toyos, tough as nails. Rightio, we are back in the shed. As you would have saw, I put some insulation in the canopy a couple videos back, and I said if it was going to be too hot that I might put a sheet of aluminium on here. Well, I was about to do that, and then I thought I might look at some heat reflective paint. So I ended up finding some, and I'm going to give it a coat of white first and see how that goes for a while. It's meant to be good stuff. It's meant for exactly that purpose, for house roofs and whatever. So we're going to go ahead and give it a bit of a clean top of this with wax and grease remover, and we'll go ahead and chuck the first coat on. Well, the insulation has definitely helped, but obviously the main culprit for heat is the roof. So I reckon a reflective coat is just going to help it that much more, and I don't think I'll have to put the aluminium sheet on. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but this is the first line of defense anyway. Right, so we went to Bunnings, got herself a tray and a roller. This is the gear here, it's supposed to be pretty good stuff. Reflects UV well, sunlight and all that sort of stuff, so let's give it a mix up and see how we go. Hopefully that's how it goes. So the instructions reckon to give it one coat and then let it sit for 2 hours and give it a second coat. So that's what we're going to do. Right, so this stuff is water based, so everything can be washed with water, which is handy. So I'll go do that now and we'll see you in 2 hours. I'm not a painter, as you might have noticed. I'm sure someone's going to tell me I did it wrong, but it's on there. So we'll give it 2 hours and do the second coat. Rightio, well, while we're waiting for that paint to dry, I'll show you what rocked up the other day. From One Stone Armrest is the armrest for the 70, which is this here. So the day this rocked up, I actually chucked this on. I just wanted to try it out straight away as soon as it rocked up. So I ordered these in black. You can get them in tan, this grey colour, black as you see. I was debating between black and grey, obviously grey because the interior of this thing is grey. But I decided on black just because I thought that grey might gets dirty pretty quick, gets stained pretty quickly. So I kind of decided on black. And I mean, a lot of the trim in here is black, so it looks alright. The only downside that I was thinking of is it getting very hot, but it actually hasn't been too bad because I do roll around with the windows down a lot of the time and the sun beaming straight in. But it hasn't been too bad. Plus 40 degrees. Now, they look pretty good. Nice bit of padding up here. They seem pretty well constructed. Little one stone plate here. Basically, you've got magnets under here that have rubber on them, so you're not really going to damage your paint. And then there's this piece of thin angle that clips in to where the window winds, to where the window is. So she clips in, sits there, very easy. Now they do supply you with some vinyl that you're supposed to put here and here, either end. So basically the vinyl sits under this end and under this end because they're rather sharp. So I'll show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but if it focuses. So you see right here? That's where the end of that armrest has been sitting. You can see it scraped a bit of paint away. No damage up this end. Now that's my fault. I didn't put the vinyl down. I just wanted to use it. So that's not their fault. However, I will say that I don't quite understand why you would make it like that. It just seems half finished. Like, as you can see, that's a pretty sharp end. Both ends. And even this part here, it just feels unfinished. So I'm not sure why you wouldn't put some, you know, a rubber strip here. I may even do that myself. For the money you pay, they're not cheap. I think they were $200 or $250. But other than that, they seem, you know, like they'll be pretty good. I found myself using it straight away. I found myself putting a drink in here as well. Your arms there, it's just so easy to grab. So let's go ahead and put these in while we wait for the paint to dry. Another little mod, but nothing too exciting. Also, we'll go ahead and look what's in the box properly. But I kind of opened this already. I was wondering what this little box was, and cup. So good on you, thanks very much. If you're watching, probably not. But yeah, I didn't order that, so they've just gone ahead and sent me that. It's pretty nice. Legends. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. I've got to bloody clean my shed up. Hey guys, like, been a bit slack in that department, to be honest. Normally pretty good. So what have we got? Instructions. Don't think we need that. A couple of stickers. Nice. And then the vinyl bits. While I'm here, check out the state of this vehicle, would you? Already. And I've nearly done 20,000 Ks, believe it or not. She needs a clean. And as you would have seen from the footage at the start, we've had a bit of rain. So she's pretty muddy at the moment. Right, I think that'll do it. Now there's instructions and you're meant to do this a certain way and whatever, but how hard can it be? It's just a vinyl strip. Put it on and get on with it, I reckon. Guess what? That's what we're going to do. If you're going to do this yourself, I suggest you take it to a mechanic, because that's bloody difficult. In and on and on and in. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely a good thing. I just wish they'd bloody sort these ends out. Put some rubber there or something. How hard is it to do that? Well, we'll go and do the other side. Rightio, that is the second coat of paint done for the top of the canopy. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It looks good, and I guess we'll see how it goes. But I'm hoping it drops the temperatures a fair bit in the canopy. So very interested to see. Thanks for watching and take it easy. Before I go, check this out. I got stung by a bee. I was mucking around with the trough trying to adjust the float, and there's hundreds of bees always hanging out at the trough. I put my arm down on the frame of the trough and there was a bee there. I didn't realise, and he stung the shit out of me, but I don't know if you can tell. Look how swollen it is. It's all red. I didn't realise that that's what happens with a bee sting. I've been stung once as a kid and I don't really remember it, but far out, they don't muck around.